guys. So, my name is Victoria, and I'm kind of new to the whole YouTube thing, but this has always been like a passion of mine and things like that. So, I'm here. We're gonna talk. Let's talk. There are a couple things like that I think are really interesting that are going on in the world right now. So, I'm gonna give you a little bit of advice, give you my take, my opinion. You let me know what you like, what you don't like. Maybe you got some tips or tricks that can help me too. So I'm pretty sure everybody has seen the inflation that's going on in the world right now. I currently live in Louisiana, and in Louisiana, gas is like $3.30 a gallon. So that's pretty expensive. I don't drive a huge vehicle, but it costs me about 35 bucks to fill my tank up, when it used to cost me about 20 or 15 would get me pretty close as well. So it's kind of a huge jump. Excuse me there. So I'm gonna kind of give you some of my little tips and tricks and stuff that might help making gas, even groceries, just kind of some of those things a little bit easier for you guys and your family. So one thing that I know is really important is gas, right? We all need gas. You have to go to work. You have to have a means of transportation. So if you're worried about the cost of gas and the effect that it'll have on you financially, there's this great app. It's called Get Upside. And on this app, what you'll do is you'll go to the gas station. When you get to the gas station, you can check in on your phone from the app, or you can just purchase your gas, but make sure you get a receipt from this gas station. Once you get the receipt, you'll go in on the app and then you'll upload your receipt. Once you upload the receipt, you'll get so many cents back per gallon. Some of the gas stations on there, they have a really good deal where you can get $1 back or something like that per gallon. And I know it looks small. Some of you guys may be thinking a couple of cents, what's that gonna do? But if you really think about it, those cents add up. And we're getting gas nowadays on the regular. So if you're getting a couple cents back off of, $30, or if you're getting a percentage back, I know some places even on there, they have more than just gas stations. They have some restaurants on there too, where you can get 5% back or 10% back or something like that. So if you're getting a percentage back based off the money you spent, I always think that's worth it. I always think it's very smart to make money off of the money you've spent. So I think that's a great idea. So you scan the receipt in, and then Get Upside, they'll go through their process and they'll get everything analyzed, and then you'll have a deposit made back out to you in your account. So I think that's a really great way to kind of help you spend money and then save money on gas as well. One of the other things that I think we're seeing a major inflation in is groceries. I don't know why, but groceries now they were already kind of expensive, but it's super expensive nowadays. I was placing an order the other day. I was making an order for Walmart for my home, and on this order I had 3 things in my cart, and my total was already at $22. And I think all I had was a case of water, which was Ozarka. I had a case of sodas, soft drinks, and I had I think some ground meat in my order, and this was $22. So that's extremely expensive for 3 things, 3 very small things. It was already 22 bucks. And everyone is not fortunate enough, or everybody doesn't have the ability to get EBT and things like that to help with their groceries. So I think one of the very smart things that you can do to kind of help you with groceries and things like that, I've started this lately, is couponing. Each time, when the mail comes to your household, many people, I know we get the little sale papers, and some people may not pay them much attention. Some people may pay them attention, some people may not. But for me, I never used to pay them attention because I would spend the money, and I wouldn't too much focus on the deals and the savings and the coupons and all that. But I started paying more attention to the coupons that they would attach to the sale papers. So if you actually want to look through your sale papers and look at the coupons, they have some really good coupons. They have coupons on like little household things as well. Like the other week, I used a coupon for some Tresemme for your hair. I used for Dove body wash. They'll have deodorant you can get coupons on. It'll take like 50 cents off, and or it'll take like $1 or something like that. I get CoverGirl coupons that take like $2 off. I've also signed up before for like Kroger, where you can sign up and you can get Kroger coupons too. In the link down below, I'll list like the Get Upside app. That way you guys, if you want to go, you know, download it, subscribe or something like that, you can do that. I have a referral code as well, so you can go, like, you can, you know, say I referred you, and you can sign up if you want to do that too. That way, you know, you can get some points, and then we can kind of get some points, things like that. But for like coupons and stuff like that, you can definitely like get those out of the mail, clip them out of the paper, and then you could take them to the store and like scan them and use them to kind of help make your shopping experience a little bit better. As well as with food, make sure you're checking the prices, because one thing that I've learned with groceries is a lot of the items that are like specifically like name brand, they will be name brand and they'll be more expensive than the same item that's a generic store brand. So for me, my ideology with this concept is you're not paying essentially more for the product. You're paying for the product to have that name on the item. So for me, it's not so much about the name. Like if you're not too big into like the name of the brand or whatever that's on the product, like for instance, excuse me, if you're not, for instance, like one thing that's a big thing for me, like in my household, is chili. So if it doesn't matter to you whether you get Hormel's chili versus if you get like Great Value chili, you're going to save quite a bit of money getting the Great Value chili versus buying the Hormel's chili. Because what you're paying more for is for the manufacturer to print that label and put that label on that item. But you're getting the same product as you would the Great Value chili. Now, don't get me wrong, my guys. I love my Hormel's chili, so I'm going to pay for that label right there. But some things I'll pay for like the brand, like I'll pay for the store brand item, because it's not too crucial for me to just pay that little bit of extra money for the label. So some items I will pay, you know, for the store brand item and things like that. I'll just pay for the store item. But make sure you're also checking your expiration dates and making sure you're getting some fresh items, especially with produce. Typically the way stores like stock their items, they do the freshest items to the back, and then the fresher items to the back, and the older items to the front. So I kind of reach back a little bit, make sure I'm getting some fresh things. Even with my meat, I'm always checking expiration dates and things like that. Just trying to be safe and kind of make sure I don't get sick. Another thing that I think is like really important nowadays is like some of the things that we have as far as like the cost of living. Rent is a huge one. Rent, mortgage, all those things are the huge things. But I totally understand not wanting to sacrifice the comfort of your home. I mean, if you have a home and it's comfortable for you, you know, I understand that moving may just not be something that you want to do. And I totally get it. I totally respect it. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt to wear it. So I totally respect that. So you may not be able to save too much there, or you may be able to find a roommate to kind of help you, or you may be able to find like a job that's paying you a little bit better. I know right now things aren't that great in our economy. The prices are going up, but salaries, they're just not going up. So there's a couple little things that you can kind of do. I know I found this great program. It's called Affordable Connectivity Program. And I'll also attach a link down below for this too, so you can kind of like look into it, get some information, get some research. This program offers like a discount on your internet services. And what you would do is you would like put in your location, like your state, your city, or your zip code. And if they're affiliated with your area, then you'll complete the application. And then once you complete the application, it'll tell you whether you are approved or not. And then once you get approved, it'll give you like a little specific user ID or a code or something like that. I can't think of the right word of what they gave me, but you'll take this information and you'll take it to your internet service provider, and then your internet service provider, two things, they'll tell you if they accept it or not, and then if they do accept it, then they'll tell you like how much it'll take off your bill. I think it took like $30 off my bill, and my AT&T, my internet was already $65. So they took 30 off. So now I just paid 35, which was great for me. And they'll take it off your bill, and then it'll just apply to your bill. Now they will try to, as I call it, like upsell you, which basically means they'll try to like get you to upgrade your plan. But I didn't do any of that because I wanted to actually be able to see the discount and kind of see my money go long, if that makes sense. So I think that's really important. The application, you know, every application does have like income limits. I think some of them, they're a little bit more lenient for students and stuff like that too. So that may be helpful. I think that's something that's like really, really helpful for people who are just kind of trying to like save money in different ways. I also think one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of people make when it comes to their money and their finances is not being fully aware of where all your money is going. We know that, you know, we make this money every month, and then whether you get paid bi-weekly or weekly or semi-monthly, you know, you have this money coming in, but then after you pay your bills, it's almost as if you're thinking in yourself, because I know I've been here before myself, you find yourself thinking like, where has my money gone? And I think one of the biggest ways a lot of people make those mistakes is we spend money without the realization of exactly where we're spending money. And I have gotten really hard into like being aware of where my money is going and kind of trying to be tight with myself, and as I call it, being frugal friend with my coin. There's a great app. It's called EveryDollar. So on this EveryDollar app, what you'll do is you'll log how much money you make. And it can be an estimate about how much money you make, you know, and then all that good stuff. So you'll log that, and then beneath it, it breaks down your bills in each category. So whether you rent a house or whether you pay a mortgage, it'll have a category for that. And then underneath there, it'll break down like whether you pay a car note, whether you pay car insurance, your utilities, your cell phone, your water, your gas, groceries. It has like a miscellaneous section. It has a savings area. It has an area for like medical and insurance and childcare expenses and household needs. And then like the little extra miscellaneous things, like if you do your hair every so often, or if you like to get your nails done every so often. It has kind of an area for all that. So you're able to put in everything that is in your budget for the month. And then what you do is you connect it to your bank, or wherever your money goes, wherever your paycheck goes, you'll connect the app to that. So what this app will do is it'll track every dime that comes out of your bank account. So with all this money going in your account and going out of your account, it'll keep track for you. So what I like to do is, I get paid bi-weekly. So what I tend to do now is I'll let myself get paid, and then at the end of the month, I'll go back and I'll look at the app and I'll see what happened to my money. That way I know where I need to like cut back and where I need to kind of, you know, do a little bit more or do a little bit less or anything like that. So I think that's really important. I'll put the link to the app down below. It's actually called EveryDollar. So it's a really good app. If you want to know a little bit more about it, I can kind of put a link and give you some information. I think it's a really great tool to kind of help you budget and help you get a good idea of where you're spending your money, and more importantly, how you need to save your money. I think that's a very important tool. It's very important to be aware of your finances, and it's very important to be accountable. I know we all like our leisure and things like that, but I think with inflation and everything that's going on right now, I think it's really smart and it's really important to be mindful that in order to enjoy your leisure, you do need to kind of save, and you need to prioritize and have your bills and your personal affairs paid first, and then kind of indulge in some of that leisure. There are plenty of ways also outside of like a mainstream of income to try to make money. There are multiple other avenues you can take. Like there are things like DoorDash or Instacart, things like that to kind of help you make money. I think those things are really smart. I know everybody's not able to work like a typical 9 to 5 or something like that, because we all have our own personal like life situations. So I totally get that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. Subscribe, like below, you know, leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. I'll definitely put down below the information about the Get Upside Down, the EveryDollar, and the Affordable Care Program for you guys. I hope you like this video. See you next time.